Welcome my friends, 7 Gray here. It is a toasty warm morning. I have a new heater running and I'm making breakfast in my step van. Giuseppe taught me how to make one-eyed jack. It's an egg that's like cooked inside of a piece of bread with the hole cut out. My family called them eggs in a nest, but anyway, let me show you what I'm making. There we go. So you have the eggs in the middle, and I made toast around the edges. These are the parts that I cut out. And over here is the new heater that I just purchased. Everything seems to be going fantastic with that. I'm going to keep it for about a week or so, and then I think on my 2-Minute Tuesday I'll do a follow-up, just sort of a recap what I think about this particular unit. But so far, thumbs up. I like it. I'm going to have my breakfast. Oh, I've also got some coffee. Use an AeroPress here. So you basically squeeze the coffee down through this tube into the cup below. Well, I bet you never thought you'd see me crawling around on the floor like this. I'm working on a couple of projects for the step van here, one of which is to attach this pigtail so that it doesn't accidentally come off. This goes to my Ames 2000 watt inverter here. And this inverter is special in that it allows me to charge my batteries from shore power. And the way I get shore power is by connecting on here. But the connection points on the bottom are pretty weak, so it'd be really easy to yank on this or trip on it with an extension cord going inside of a house and lose everything. So I'm going to attach this little clamp here to hold these on so that they don't move around. And I'm going to try to not drill into the batteries on the other side. This evening, Scott and Bill are working on their engine project. I'll link the episodes above where Bill was working on his engine. He's got a Toyota engine with a blown head gasket, and they've been putting the thing back together, working on it for a few months, making a lot of progress. And I'm told that they're really getting close to getting finished. So I'm going to hang out with them tonight and check in and see what the status is. One of Bill's tools in his shop is a laser cutter, which he uses for a lot of his electronic projects. But tonight he's helping out one of his friends to do some projects for a birthday party. Pretty cool idea. They're making these little badges for the children so that they have like little name badges for the party, and then they're doing some artwork for signs, and the theme is national parks. Here's the little badges. Kid's name is Jace. So this is the computer, and Bill's over here working on the artwork. This is the Jace National Park Ranger Station #1 artwork that they're going to cut onto this piece of wood. It's a laser cutter here.
So I'm going to actually run it with the lid open because I don't know if I did it right. So we'll just see if it starts working in the right place. Yeah. It just cuts off the beam. It thinks it's cutting, so it's a good way to test to see if you're in the right position.
There you can see the fire, the flames going as this thing's doing its thing.
You want to do a time lapse?
Can you tell me about what this project is? What are you doing here?
It's my son's first birthday, and he's
His first birthday?
Yeah, his first birthday, and he's been to 13 national parks before he was 1, so we figured we would do a national park theme. So we're doing this cool little ranger station, and we have games, and then we've got badges, and then we've got just party favors over here. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Excited.
Well, congratulations. Hope your party goes well.
Thank you.
Last time I was here, we were pulling the engine apart, and now it's what, you send it out to get worked on?
Right, so a lot's happened since then. We had the block completely machined, new pistons, connecting rods, balanced, whole bunch of stuff there. We started to put all the stuff back on it, the oil pan, the front seal, rear seal, timing chain, all that stuff we've assembled. We put the head on last week and torqued that down. And now this week we're starting to bolt on accessories. A lot of the stuff is still dirty. So we're probably, what, 3/4 of the way through the engine build? So, okay, I guess you didn't see the paint job. The valve cover is normally just plain aluminum, and I had to do something a little extra. I couldn't just clean it and put it back. So since I have over here the paint job in vinyl striping, which is the Toyota Heritage Racing stripes, I had to replicate that on the valve cover. So it took me a couple of weeks and several paint jobs and polishing and clear, but we have Toyota Racing representing on the valve cover.
All right, Bill, what do you got there?
I'm highly suspicious that you're in here when I'm not in here doing things. Like, there's this sticker here. I keep finding them. They keep popping up.
Maybe I'm involved somehow, coming here in the middle of the night and adding number 7 all over on the engine. So here's one of the number 7s. And you found another one over here? Right there's a number 7. And where's the other one? And there's one. The guys are here working on the engine and they're reassembling it, and one of the things that we did when they were pulling it apart was take lots and lots of photos. And so they're looking through all these photos on the iPad over here and trying to figure out where all the pieces and parts go. This is the iPad here. You can see the engine on the view. There's a bunch of different photos that they can flip through. Here's different sides, so they can see all the different sides and how it all goes together, and then they can pick up pieces and parts like this one here in Bill's hand and figure out where it goes on the engine.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Theoretically. Go back to that picture. One more. Right here.
They've given me a job. I'm identifying parts and going through and looking at photos on the iPad. So I have these parts here, and I've got to go through this diagram and look for where these parts possibly could be. And we've got another part, so basically they just set the part over and then we look for it. We're finishing up for the night. It's about 9 o'clock. Made a lot of progress, got a bunch of stuff put on the outside of the engine, figuring out things, looking at the diagrams. I was successful in finding some parts in the photos, so I felt good about that. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.